lately has been draining. I met someone new last night and we kicked it. And I'm going back there tonight. You know what's on my mind. I feel like my phone is leaning. It's working for my good. This is my season. Hey, y'all. What's up? What's going on? Hey, y'all. Hey. Welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I see you. Hey, y'all. This is my season for grace, for favor. Hey, good morning. Hey, y'all. Happy Friday, everyone. Welcome to the live. I hope you guys are getting your day started. If not, I'm going to help you get it started. Hey, look at that melanin popping this morning. You see it. What's up, y'all? What's going on? At work, off work early. Okay, good morning. Happy Friday. I wish everyone a great day today. I just had to come on here real quick. I am in the works of getting that Facebook group started. So my Facebook group will be up by next week. So you guys can connect with me there because I really don't like connecting with people on TikTok, to be honest. So my Facebook group is going to be up. I know everybody got Facebook, so that's going to be another line of communication for people to speak to me. My Patreon, my podcast, all that stuff is getting done as well. So yes to the Facebook. Yeah, I don't like talking on TikTok because TikTok they always trying to find something to put you in violations about and all that. What's up? Hey, what's up, y'all? Okay, listen. Y'all know how I get. Real quick, I'm gonna just jump right into this thing because I need to say this to y'all. A couple of y'all that's on here, so I need for y'all to stay right here. So listen. So a lot of us got to start paying attention to people that always talk about being a resource, but they're never a resource to you. And what I mean by that is you got to understand how people view you. Understand how they look at you. And when you are in a space to where they know that you're going to be big, they know that you're going to watch how they always talk about their accomplishments around you, but they never asked about what you have accomplished. They always talk about what they have done, but they don't never bring you in the loop. Y'all, let me tell y'all something. I got this one friend. She's not a friend. Let me take that out of my vocabulary. I got this one person, right? She always talks about how she's getting funding for her business and she's doing all of these things. But not once has she asked me, because I asked her a couple questions about LLCs and stuff like that. But she has yet to help me with my funding. And y'all got to watch people like that because a lot of folks just want to see you sink. A lot of people just want to see you sink, but they always bragging about what they do because they know if you had those resources that they got, baby, you going to pass them so fast. You're going to surpass them clearly, and they don't want you to surpass them. So that's why a lot of people gatekeep information from you. See, a lot of y'all got to understand one thing about being powerful and understanding how valuable you are. When you hold a lot of value and you hold the power, a lot of people are not going to keep you in the loop in nothing. You know, I was like everybody getting PPP loans and stuff, but ain't not one person asked me if I needed some. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing. But for real though, I just, you know, it bothers me sometimes how we always put ourselves in situations to where people, you know, call on us, they need us for stuff, and don't nobody ever, you know, just reach out and be like, hey, you know what? I got this idea, or I've heard about this grant for my business. And see, so that's why I think God has put me in position. God has put me in position to build a platform for the people that's always getting information kept from them. Like, it's just, I'm in a position now where I'm going to be that connection to, I'm going to be like, hey, it's a grant out here. I need for you to sign up for this grant. I need for you to sign up for this. If you got a business, if you got an LLC. So that's really why I feel like now they don't even understand that the more you was holding information from me, you really created a whole beast. Because now I am very well respected and I'm very well connected. See, that's one thing about the life that you live. You got to be respected and connected in the spirit and in the flesh. Because let me tell you something. When you are that person and you know that all you got to do is call on God, number one, and then you're surrounded by people that are fully resourceful, you're going to be a powerhouse. You feel what I'm saying? A lot of people don't want to see you grow. They don't want to see you be powerful. A lot of people will much rather see you fail simply because they already know what's inside of you. See, I just told somebody this the other day. I said, listen, one thing about it is we got to believe that we have the power instilled in us before someone brings it to our attention. Because if not, we're not going to believe it, right? We're not going to believe how gifted we are. We're not going to believe how powerful we are. We're not going to believe all of that. So that's why it's important. That's why I tell people all the time, when you isolate yourself, make sure you're doing the work. Make sure you're putting in the work. Because one thing about it, people will call you while you in hibernation. And that's when you got to learn how to steer away from that. When you're in hibernation, when you're in isolation and people calling you a mess, people calling you a drama, they don't want you to be isolated for too long because that's when you figure out the puzzle pieces. See, follow me when I say this. A lot of people don't like to see you, quiet, because that's when you shake the earth when you quiet. When you quiet, that's when people get nervous because they can't figure you out. Why you think when you go off the grid and you stop calling people, they call you? Oh, I was just calling to check on you. No, you wasn't. You was calling because I made hell nervous. With my silence. See, one thing about it is I have learned how to not pick up my phone now. I don't pick up my phone for certain people. I don't pick up my phone whenever I'm quiet and I go off the grid. I make sure that I'm all the way off the grid because now you don't have that access to me anymore because I have learned how to understand your role in my life. Your role is for you to try to seek me out so you can try to pray me out. And I mean pray me out by P-R-E-Y, not P-R-A-Y. You try to pray me out because you always calling trying to see what I got going on. See, that's one thing that I always talk to y'all about creating that secret competition between them and you. People want to be in secret competition with you, and they have yet to understand that I don't need no competition in order for me to be pushed over the edge to my growth or pushed over the edge into my purpose. I don't need no competition. Because one thing about it, I'm my own competition. It's me. It's me versus me in this season. It's me versus me in whatever season I step in from now on. Because now I understand that I don't got to compete with nobody in order for me to get stuff done. See, folks think they gotta compete with you to get some things done. That's why a lot of people are still stagnant. They're still stagnant because they don't understand that, baby, you over here trying to compete with me, and the whole time I'm moving in silence. Whole time I'm moving in silence. People trying to figure you out, trying to fish you out, and they can't put their finger on it. And the best part about that is you can't understand who I am because you're so busy trying to be in secret competition with me. And that's why you're falling behind in your own blessings in your own life. Let them folks fall off. Let them do what they do, because I guarantee you 9 times out of 10, y'all know that quote that I said. I said, if you walk by the river long enough, you'll see the bodies of your enemies floating by. And I meant that with so much power, because a lot of people don't understand that your body is going to tell on you every time. Because as I'm walking up the hill and as I'm walking up the river, you going to float right on by me because you thought you was trying to beat me up there and you don't even have the resources to get up the river. See, a lot of folks tell on themselves all the time. And you got to let them. Let situations play out so you can see folks for who they are and not who you want them to be. I guarantee y'all, let me tell y'all one thing. Folks that are envious, jealous, and they're in competition with you, they're going to tell on themselves every time. All you got to do is just keep doing what you're doing. Because see, one thing about it, the two things for sure, God is going to reveal the real and God is going to reveal the fake. So anybody that's around you trying to be fake, trying to stay around you just to see what you got going on. See, because y'all got to understand one thing about y'all family. Your family only call you just to see how far you've gotten in life. They call you just to see if you ain't fell off the map yet. They call you just to talk about what everybody else is doing. But not once have they asked you, well, how you doing? They call you to gossip about everybody else, but they fail to realize that the whole time you the one they need to be talking about and asking questions to, because you the one that got all the resources to what they need. They calling you trying to gossip and all that. They don't even understand that you the person they need to be talking to. That's what happened. What'd you say? That's what happened to that girl that young lady that was killed in Mexico. Let me tell y'all something about that. That shook me up. That situation with that young lady in Mexico, that shook me up a little bit because I was disturbed. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Because that's what I was going back and telling y'all in my previous lives. Hate, I would much rather have a hater than a person that's envious of me. Because envy will kill you. And a lot of people don't understand that when you create that secret competition that I don't know about, that's when you come in as a silent assassin for the kill. Because you're envious now. Because as you're creating that competition, you also creating inner anger on the inside. And a lot of people don't understand. You got to be careful with people that you surround yourself with when it comes down to even the small material things. See, folks will try to outdo you, just because they feel like they need to. But it's just, see, y'all comments be throwing me off. Listen. But it's just, it's just sad to me how people don't understand that everybody is not your friend. Y'all heard what my quote said. When a snake hiss, it sounds like sis. Stop calling everybody your sister. Stop calling everybody your brother. Stop calling everybody your friend. Because I guarantee you, they have already created that wedge in the friendship and the relationship anyway. When you start to let people get close to you and you start to allow people into your space, you're going to understand that a lot of people are just trying to be close to you, to attack you, and to seek you out. And you got to learn how to allow people to organically tell on themselves. Because I guarantee you, it was one time they probably got into it. She probably didn't even pay attention. She probably didn't even pay attention to the horns that came out of that girl's head. And she just forgave her over and over again. See, one thing about me I've learned, it takes one time for you to cross me now. After you've crossed me, I'm never coming around you ever again. I've learned that in this life that I'm living. Because when you allow people around you after y'all argue the first time and it creates a cycle over and over again, understand that you are the one that's in control of how it's going to end. And let me tell you why. Because if you constantly forgive somebody over and over again, you're allowing them to get closer and closer to you. Once you cross me, that's it. You ain't going to be able to cross me ever again. See, we got to learn how to create our own narrative. That's including in friendships. See, when people have that close proximity, or they're always at your house, they're always, I want y'all to do something. Pay attention to folks. Even when you invite them into your home. When they leave your home, you need to go follow every trail that they went, because some folks leave stuff in your house. Some people just pray against you just because they don't even like you like that, but you allow them in your space. Stop allowing people in your space, because y'all got to understand that when you're gifted, it's a privilege to be around me. You can't come around me all the time just because you call me, hey girl, I'm in the area. Okay, well, I'll just see you later. Hey, bro, I'm gonna stop by for a drink. No, you're not. You're gonna keep going. You can't come and control me, and then you expect for me to allow you to come and go as you please. Absolutely not. See, this season of our life, we're controlling all of that. And I just hate that people don't understand that you can't allow people in your space just because they seem genuine on the outside. See, you got to understand that you got to get to know people on the inside. That's where the hidden skeletons be at, on the inside of the closet. The outside of the closet, the door look like it's all right. It's a beautiful door. But as soon as you open it up, that's when all the skeletons fall out. See, a lot of y'all got to start doing that in y'all friendships and y'all relationships. On the outside, it looks great. But when you open it up, that's when all the skeletons fall out. It looks great on the outside, but those skeletons on the inside. And by the time you open up the door, it's going to be too late. So I need for y'all to understand this. If y'all don't understand nothing else that I have said today, sometimes you got to go in first before you look at the exterior. Y'all know something that was so funny to me. I seen an ugly house. The house was ugly. I'm talking about it was ugly. But when I stepped on the inside of the house, it was beautiful. It was what they call a hidden gem. Because I would have passed it up if I was just looking at the outside of it. The inside was beautiful. I'm talking about marble floors, quartz countertops, all that. Beautiful. I would have passed it up if I was so busy looking at the outside of it. Because see, we always fool ourselves because we always looking at things with the eye, instead of walking into things and looking at them for what they are. What's trash to you might be a prize to somebody else. And what I mean by that is, understand that just because it's not appealing to you does not mean that it's not good for you. Sometimes you got to get to know things on the inside before you get to know it on the outside. That's the lesson that we have to learn in this life right here. This lesson, this life that we live, we don't have no room to give people the benefit of the doubt because of what they look like on the outside. We got to wait and see how they talk. We got to wait and see how they move. Because this life that we live, even on our own time, is not promised. So I be daggone if I put my life in somebody else's hands and allow them to drive me to a dead end before I drive myself to a dead end. See, one thing about it and two things for sure. People gonna show you who they are. All you gotta do is pay attention. Pay attention. The first time, they gonna show you how they move and they gonna show you how they speak. All you gotta do is try to have an intellectual conversation with them, and if they can't keep up with you, if they're not on the same page as you, that's already the first flag right there. Because they're already trying to start a debate when they first open up their mouth with you. Watch people that always try to debate with you instead of having a conversation with you. That's how some people create that competition. Just putting y'all up on game. This free game right here. Watch how people talk to you. If they talk to you with anger, then 9 times out of 10, they got some built up anger on the inside towards you already. Every time you open up your mouth, every time you have a conversation, they start off all wrong. They start off on 10. You all the way down here at 0 because you just asked a question to start a conversation, but they already on 10. Know when it's your time to go. Know when you're overwhelming your stay, even in friendships and family ships. See, because one thing about it, family always shows us, but we always stay there to try to patch it up with them because of the role that they were assigned to. Just because they're your cousin, sister, your brother, your mama, your daddy, does not mean that they cannot have those same boundaries as everybody else. See, because once you raise your voice with me, that's when I have to get up and walk away from you. Because you don't respect me as a person. You're not respecting my boundaries. So therefore, I can't sit around and expect strangers or other people to respect my boundaries, and I don't even expect my family to. See, that's where we mess up at right there. Follow me. We always expect for other people to do everything when it comes down to our boundaries. But our family, we always let them slide. Why? They ain't no different. The only difference is they were appointed a role in your life. That's the only difference. See, you got to understand that your family going to show you before anybody else show you. Your family is going to be the ones that cross you before anybody else cross you. You so busy worrying about the strangers. I can't let nobody come in and do me like this and talk to me a certain way. But you let your family do it all the time. See, your family is in competition with you first. You want to know why? Because you came out of the womb and you was created in the family that you are breaking generational curses in. So guess what? Your competition starts there first. Your competition starts in your family first. Because your family see the purpose before you do. Your family see that the purpose was passed on to you when you came out of the womb. None of them got it right. But as soon as you were birthed, you were the one that had the power to break all of these generational curses. It was passed to you first. So that's why a lot of your family don't like to see you come around. That's why a lot of people hate to see you when you're involved in, in the stuff they doing for the family. Oh, why they coming? Don't worry about me. See, you got to understand that people be so worried about you, they be missing their own blessings because they be looking over here in your lane. If people learn how to stay in their own lane, I guarantee you traffic will flow so much better. Traffic will flow so much better if you stay in your own lane. But you got everybody looking in everybody else's lane. That's why it's a 20-car pileup. And guess what? Now traffic backed up because you looking over here. If you stayed in your lane and you minded your business, the traffic will be flowing of life. But you so busy looking at me trying to create a competition. You the one that's holding up everybody. It's you. You the one that's holding up everybody, not me. Because I'm minding my business. I'm in my lane. My traffic is flowing over here. I don't know about them. But my traffic is flowing because I mind my business. My traffic is flowing because I don't call people to gossip. My traffic is flowing because I don't got time to be worrying about what they doing in my hometown after I done moved away from there in 5 or 6 years ago. I don't got time for nobody call. Hey, you heard about what happened? Nope, I ain't worried about it. Bye. I'll talk to you later. See, y'all got to learn how to create your own narrative. When you entertain mess, guess what? You the one that's going to have the 20-car pileup in your lane because you worrying about everything else. Your eyes was not on the road. Keep your eyes on the road and understand. You want to get to your destination in peace. You want to get to your destination in peace if you just keep your eyes on the road and stop worrying about everybody else. See, I had to learn that. The more I was worried about creating a competition or trying to be like somebody else, I wasn't doing nothing but holding myself back. Because what I was so worried about was how big their teddy bear was. But if I kept going, God had a bigger one for me at my destination that I was going to. Stop looking at what everybody else got. Because you don't know how big yours is going to be when you finally get to where you're going. When you finally get there, let me tell you something. When you finally get to that destination and you finally make it, You're going to look around and say, you know, I always said I wanted this, but I never expected for it to be this big. Or I always used to say I wanted that life, and I always seen it on social media. I seen everybody else living it, but I never expected for it to be this big for me. See, you got to start understanding that as you're looking at stuff that you want and you desire in your life, you got to understand that you probably could have that, but it'll be even bigger than what you see. What's appealing to your eye, you don't even understand, is coming to you even bigger. The desire that you want, the life that you want, that you see on Instagram, you see on TikTok, you see all of that. Let me tell you something. It's coming to you in a bigger form. All you got to do is just get to the destination. That's it. That's it. Just keep going. Just get to the destination and stay in your lane and worry about you. You'll understand that something that you desire so much, you'll finally get there and you'll finally reach the destination, and you'll realize, like, dang, I always said I wanted this, but I didn't know God was gonna bless me with it like this, because now this big. I didn't know that I deserved this. Yes, you did. You knew you deserved it. You just didn't want to think that you deserved it because you have been through so much. See, let me tell you something. The stuff that you've gone through in your life is not going to stop how big your blessing is about to be. The stuff you've gone through in life does not stop how big your blessing is going to be. See, a lot of y'all don't understand. You might have didn't have it all together 10, 11, 12 years ago. You might not have had it all together. But a lot of y'all got to understand that when you reach a peak and you reach a certain season in your life and you start to understand your own value, that's when you start to tap into a lot of stuff that's really meant for you. Because now that you understand, God can create a path for you that you never knew that was there. See, a lot of y'all don't even understand. It's a hidden path on this journey that you on. Follow me when I say this. It's a hidden path on this journey that you're on. The only thing that God is waiting on you to do is ask him to guide you. And he is going to reveal a path or a journey that's going to be way bigger than what you are on now. If you just pay attention and understand that I deserve everything good in my life. Even though I might not have had it all together back then, everything that I want in my life is going to be big because of who I call on when I'm in need of something. See, when you call on God when you're in need of something and not man, he's going to give you everything that you lack and everything that you desire. And he's going to unveil a journey that you thought that was way too big for you. See, I had to understand that even though I didn't get it at first, now I got it. So now that I got it, guess what? I done went on a path that was way bigger than me. Y'all, let me tell you, you might be scared of something because of how it look on the outside and how big it might seem to you. It might tower over you, but let me tell you something. God said I already gave you the power to win the battle. I already gave you the power to knock them down. I'm giving you the blueprint on how you gonna win this fight right here. You gotta hit them right here. You gotta hit them right here. He done gave you the blueprint on how you gonna win the fight. All you gotta do is follow the manual, and he gonna handle the rest. See, if you just follow the manual that he has given you, you will understand that everything that's for you is gonna come with ease. A lot of y'all make it hard. He already done gave you the manual to it. He already done gave you the directions. See, some of y'all trying to put stuff together without the manual, and God said all you got to do is pay attention to what I already gave you. You will understand that it'll come to you with ease. It'll come to you with ease. You will put the pieces together with ease if you just look at the manual that I gave you. See, stop trying to do stuff on your own. Stop trying to put the pieces together on your own. Because the way that you think is not going to be how God think. The way that you put it together might not be as strong as how God is going to put it on the manual once it's all said and done with. You got to follow things that was given to you because you were born into this life. God created this life. So guess what? He the only one that got the official manual and the official blueprint. Pay attention. You were born. Let me say that again for the people in the back. You were born into this life. God created it. So who better than to go to the source to get the blueprint and get the manual of the life that he's already lived? All right. See, yeah, listen. Listen now. We always don't look at it like that, but we always try to figure it out on our own. We always try to figure it out on our own. But let me tell you something. It ain't never too late to get back on track. It ain't never too late. Don't ever think it's too late for you to start going to school. Don't never think it's too late for you to start doing what you want to do. Don't never think it's too late for you. It's never too late for you. All you got to do is just take a right turn and let God be your GPS. And he's going to guide you to all things good. I guarantee you. We just got to start paying attention. Start paying attention. Start paying attention. Start looking at things for what it is and not for what you want them to be. Because like I said earlier, it might look good on the outside, but it might have something on the inside that might be tainting to your blessings. It might taint your blessings with the poison that it instills on the inside. And what I mean by that is the poison. A lot of y'all stay in relationships way too long and you know God had already gave you the sign to get up and walk away from it. A lot of y'all stay in friendships way too long and you already know God had already gave you a sign to walk away from it. That's the only thing that's holding you back. That's the only thing that's poisoning your blessings that God has given you. Because you're so busy worrying about what's going on over here. If you let me tell you something. When you pay attention for real and you watch people after you falling out with them, you will understand how much time you done wasted. You will start to see how much time you've wasted with people because they were a distraction to your blessings. A lot of y'all don't understand that when you finally cut somebody off and it seems like, after it happens and after you done fallen out with them, follow me, watch this, because I'm about to scare y'all when I say this. It'll seem like you have more deja vus. It'll seem like you had more deja vus. And let me tell you something. That ain't no deja vu. That's just God letting you know. I've shown you this before, but you passed it up because you were so busy being distracted by the person that wasn't supposed to be there anyway. So now I'm about to give it to you again, and you better pay attention this time. See, after I cut a couple folks off, I started having more deja vus because I was so busy distracted in that friendship, in that relationship. And God brought it back to me again. And he said, this time you better pay attention. This time you better pay attention. Because I showed it to you the first time. And you missed out on it. So when I present it to you this time, you don't have no choice but to pay attention to me. See, one thing that I prayed about, y'all, I asked God, I said, God, I need for you to give me a sense of discernment that's more powerful than what I see. Let me say that again. The prayer that I prayed, I said, God, I need for you to give me a sense of discernment that's more powerful than what I see. Because what I see can make me weak. But that sense of discernment is actually what helps me stand in power because it's from God. See, I know now that even though I might want to be over here, I might want to go out, it might look pretty, it might look, a certain way. But that sense of discernment that I got from God is way more powerful than what I see, because now I understand. I can't go to every place. I can't be in every room. I can't be around every person. Because people think that this, just because you have a sense of discernment, that you can still go out and be, be out in the open all the time. That ain't what that means. Just because you have a sense of discernment does not mean that you can go, well, Akira, that means that it's going to be revealed to me, right? So why I can't go around and just, no, that's not what that means. That means that if he gives you a sense of discernment, you got to know that when you're around a certain person and get a headache, that means that you need to step away. That means you need to get away. That means you need to separate yourself. Because it ain't no reason why you go around all these people all the time and you always getting sick. Some of y'all always wondering why you go around your favorite cousin and you always got a headache. Because you ain't supposed to be over there no way. Some of y'all always think that, well, I got sick. Every time they call me to go out, I got sick. So I feel bad because every time they call me and ask me to do something, I ain't never there to support because you're not supposed to be. You're not supposed to be. A lot of y'all better start understanding you ain't supposed to be. Your stomach start to turn. That means you need to go home. That means you need to turn around. If you start getting sick on your way to a destination and you know it ain't no food poisoning, you need to go home. Go home, turn around and go home. Absolutely. Absolutely. I was talking to a client the other day. She said, before I had my first son, I was on a journey and I was heading there and I had 2 flat tires. My check engine light came on and I said, there was no, you ain't think that was a sign from God telling you to turn around and go home? You had 2 flat tires. I said, so what time you left your house? Well, I left my house at about 8 p.m. And I didn't get over to his house about 2:30 in the morning. See, that's hard-headed right there. You weren't supposed to go anyway. See, but she didn't have no sense of discernment, so she didn't understand what that meant. She didn't understand that God was saying, go home. All this stuff is happening to you because I need for you to go home. A lot of y'all got to understand. Even though you control the narrative, God writes the narrative. And some of us be trying to force narratives into a narrative that was already written. So that means sometimes we try to force people in roles that they do not belong. Sometimes we try to force people to fit right here in this spot. And daggone well, they don't fit. That piece do not fit that puzzle right there. That piece look, it's all right. I just made it look like it was something, but I know it don't fit, but I can't find the other piece. That's because you ain't continue the journey to find the other piece. Because you were so busy trying to finish the puzzle, you didn't even understand that while you was finishing the puzzle, trying to hurry up and put it together, the next piece was in the next season. All you had to do was be patient and keep going. All you had to do was be patient and keep going. But you didn't want to be patient. You wanted to hurry up and put the puzzle together. So now you got a piece that don't really belong there. Now your puzzle ain't really 100% done because you ain't gonna get that other piece. You tried to make your own piece. That's the problem. What's up, y'all? You tried to make your own piece. A lot of y'all got to understand one thing. The puzzle to our life is already put together. It's already put together. You got to be the one to understand. You got to make sure the pieces fit in order for you to live a great life. When you try to force pieces together, that's when you're not going to live at peace. You want to know why? Because every piece don't belong together. When you try to put the PIECE together that don't belong, you're not going to be at PEACE because you're always trying to do something and put things together that don't belong together. So now it's causing friction in your life. It's causing friction in your life. It's causing problems in your life. And you're trying to understand it because it look good, but it ain't good. Y'all know what I told somebody this the other day. I said, I would never in my life say somebody is couple goals for me. What is it? Absolutely not. Couple goals. What is that? Listen. One thing about it is you don't never know what people go through behind closed doors. So don't let anybody else or any other thing be a goal for you when you don't know what's going on behind closed doors. You don't know what these people got going on. You don't know what they done dibbled and dabbed into. You don't know what's going on. All you see is what they post. See, some people got to understand, folks not going to post bad stuff. They're going to post everything good because they want people to follow them and they want to be an influencer on the internet. They want to do all. Listen, they ain't going to post bad stuff on the internet because everybody don't apply bad stuff. Everybody don't pay attention to bad stuff. Everybody like good stuff. So guess what? That's what people going to post. That's what people going to post. I done learned it the hard way. I said, you know what? I had to stop putting myself in that situation to where I always wanted something and I desired something that I seen on the internet, not knowing that they probably got more demons than what I'm going through. They probably got more demons and they probably going through way more stuff than what I'm going through. So absolutely not. I'm not even going to put myself in that situation no more. Because now I understand that I create the life that I want. So the only thing that's in my way is me. Everything that you desire, you got to understand. You got to stay out of your own way. Everything that you want in this life, you got to understand. You got to stay out of your own way in order for you to understand that, dang, if I desire that from other people, I can have that in my own life if I just stay on the course. Sometimes we be in our own way, and that's why a lot of things that go on or go wrong in our life is because we're standing in our own way. Sometimes we got to move ourselves out the way in order for us to continue the journey, in order for us to keep going. Because the more you sit and you overthink and you worry about everything that's going wrong, everything that's falling, you know what I'm saying, apart, you will understand that, dang, I'm sitting up here worrying about all that stuff and I don't even need to be worrying about that. I'm in my own way because the more I'm sitting right here in this space in my life worrying about what has already happened, I don't even understand why I'm not even moving forward. That's because you still living back there. You still living back there. I need for you to move out of your own way because you're standing in your own way thinking about what had already happened and already in the past already. Why are you still worrying about it? A lot of people don't understand that the only reason we stay hurt after something has happened traumatically in our life, the only reason that we stay hurt is because we live in it. When you live in that hurt, and you thank you for the gifts. When you live in that hurt and you understand that I have already gone through it already. You already went through it already. The only reason that you still feel the hurt is because you're still living in it. When you understand that when you get up and walk away from whatever has hurt you and caused you pain and trauma, you will understand that a lot of stuff that you have gone through was a lesson that was needed in order for you to get to the next level of where you're going. And you will understand that I can't stay in this same place as I sit here and I soak in my trauma. I'm always crying about it. I'm always beating myself up, wondering what I woulda, coulda, shoulda did. You ain't do nothing wrong. You just had to go through it because it was a lesson that you needed to learn, and you got to understand that your actions is what's caused the result because of the simple fact that that's what needed to happen. It needed to happen. I needed for them to fall out with me, or I needed for them to treat me wrong in order for me to understand that I have caused this so I can get the lesson out of it. Stop living in your hurt and stop soaking in your hurt, and you'll understand that a lot of things that happens in your life is for a reason. Them people walked away from you for a reason. Your spouse walked away from you for a reason. Your family walked away from you for a reason. You're trying to figure it out. You can't figure it out. It's nothing to figure out. What prompted, y'all got to understand something. Realness is always going to reveal the fake. So think of it like this. If you've always been real in your life, you've always been real in that relationship, you've always been real to your family members, you've always been real, right? You revealed some fake stuff, so you ain't had no choice but to walk away. Or they walked away from you because they never been really unveiled before. So a lot of y'all gotta understand, when you real, you're gonna reveal the fake. Fake people fall out with you because of what you are able to show to the world about them. Things that they've been hiding all along. See, that's why a lot of people don't like to be around you too. When you are real and you unveil and you show the fakeness that people hold, that's why a lot of people at your job don't like you, because they've been faking, working, acting like they good at this job all along. And then when you come around, you really good at the job, and they've been faking this whole time. They've been faking this whole time. That's why they don't like you. That's why they try to find ways to get you fired. That's why they try to find ways to get up under your skin so you can be mad and so you can go off and lose your job. That's why they try to find different ways, because they know that you are really good at this job and they've been faking like they're good. That's why it don't. All right. All right. The real reveals a fake. The real reveals a fake. And some of y'all got to start looking at yourself that way. If you living a life like you supposed to be, you'll understand that I've been living a real life. I'm real within me. It's in me. Some people just wear it on them because they want people to view them that way. But when it's instilled from God, when it's inside of you, you will understand that you ain't got to buy nothing because God gave it to you for free. They had to buy it because they want everybody to look at them that way. They want to look like they have a skill. They want to look like they're better than you. They want to look like all of these things, but they just don't know that, baby, I got this for free. You had to go buy all of that. Matter of fact, you don't even understand that the power that I got on the inside that was instilled in me from God. You will understand that it's way more powerful than what you went to go spend your money on. You had to go get 5 degrees. I only needed 1. You had to go get 6 or 7 degrees. I only needed 1. And I still do the job better than you. Folks don't like that. Folks don't like that. People do not like it. And y'all got to understand, you got to be okay with people not liking your realness. You got to be okay with people not accepting your realness, because everybody has been trying to fake the funk for so long. When you finally come around, when you finally are in tune, when you finally understand, you will understand that a lot of people can't be around you because you way too real for them. Yeah, when I say degree, I don't mean an actual degree. I mean a degree from God. That's what I mean. I don't mean a piece of paper. See, one thing y'all gotta learn about me is y'all gotta read between the lines. I mean a degree from God. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about the ones you had to go to an institution to get. I'm talking about a degree from God. That's what I'm talking about. All right. All right. I'm just making sure y'all following me, because some people be lost when I use my analogies, but I need for people to understand. Oh, all right. Whew. Anyway, what I was saying was, y'all got to understand something real quick, though. Y'all got to understand that it's easier said than done, because one thing about me, I understand that I might be underqualified to the real world. I might be underqualified for this job in the real world, but as soon as I get on the job, I'm overqualified. And what I mean by that is, I have to understand that I don't need no extra training. I don't need no years of knowledge. I don't need none of that. Because as soon as I'm on the job, God is going to fill me up with all the information that I need to fulfill the assignment in the job itself. Y'all got to understand something. One thing about being gifted and one thing about being in tune with God, you will understand that a lot of things you don't need to the outside world. I don't need all of that. See, you need all of that because see, let me tell you something. Y'all follow me when I say this. Some folks put limits on themselves because they just have a degree. But when you allow God to use you, guess what? You're limitless. Folks put limits on themselves because they have a degree in a certain field or a certain career or whatever, right? But when you let God use you, you become limitless because there's no limits to you. See, God go pour whatever he need in you in that moment, whatever assignment he assigns you to, because he knows that you have the power within you to figure it all out. You have the power within you to outdo this person that got this degree over here. See, one thing that I had to learn about this right here is even though I thought that I was underqualified for a job, when God puts me on the job, I am going to be overqualified for it because he's not going to leave me in a space to where I go without the knowledge to fulfill the assignment that he put me on. So guess what? As I'm going through this life right here and I see something that might intimidate me because of the job description, I'm going to still apply for it because when I get on the job, I am going to get everything that I need in that space, in that assignment, because he's going to pour it all into me. So I'm not going to go without the knowledge. I'm not going to go without anything because he's going to pour it in me on the assignment that he assigns me on. That's one thing about this life. When he assigns you to something, you're never going to go without. You're never going to lack anything because he's going to give you everything that you need. So a lot of y'all think y'all are on assignments that's way too big for you. You don't even understand. All you got to do is just pay attention. All you got to do is just look around. And God said, if you are lost, I need for you to understand, you got to seek my face in this thing. You got to understand that I assigned you to this. So guess what? You're never going to lack anything because I gave it to you already. A lot of y'all don't understand when he put you on that assignment, he already poured it inside of you. You thought that you were going to be, you thought you were going to be lacking something. But God said, as you go along, you will understand that everything I give you is just going to come to you. You just don't understand that you already got it. A lot of y'all already got it. A lot of y'all already got it. All you got to do is understand. All you got to do is walk. And I'm a living witness to that right there. Because I was afraid to step into a season that I didn't know that I was already equipped for. I was equipped for this thing. So as I started to step, he started to give me more. See, one thing about it is that we start empty. We start empty. We start the journey on empty. That's where the fear comes from. Follow me when I say this. We start the journey on empty. That's where the fear comes from. But as soon as you take your step, he's going to give you that knowledge to fulfill that assignment. When you take the next step, he's going to give you the knowledge to fulfill the assignment. See, one thing about it, you think you're going without because you started on empty. You started on E. But by the time you get to the destination, you're going to be full. A lot of y'all don't understand that it starts on E. And you be wondering how you're going to get to the destination on E. But you got to understand that as you move along, as you go along, on the journey that he put you on, by the time you get there, you're not even going to be worrying about no gas. You're not even going to be worrying about no knowledge. You're not even going to be worrying about anything else simply because he already got it. He already gave it to you. He already gave it to you. A lot of y'all don't understand. He's already equipped you with it. So hey, good morning, Jay Mills.
What's up? What's up, ma'am? You dropping treasure boxes. I can't even say gems anymore. You're dropping treasure boxes. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I am doing way better than I was last week. God is able.
God is good. All
Um,
the time.
I'm about to. I just want to just drop this before I get going. And everything. So everything you said was accurate. I just want to say what you've been saying is what they told me before I came up here.
Mm.
God doesn't call the qualified.
Nope.
He always qualifies the called. I'm gonna drop this too before I go. You remember what happened with Moses, right?
Yes.
Now, everything Moses said about himself was accurate. Everything. If you focus on what you lack, I promise you, you are never gonna achieve what God has called you for.
Yep.
Because
Facts.
one thing that I realized about God qualifying Moses and even qualifying me, with everything that I lack, it's all about faith. Your faith causes you to walk. Now, everything that Moses did would not have been possible if he stayed where he was in his comfortability. If he stayed out there in Midian, being afraid to go step into the space that he felt ill equipped for.
Mm-hmm.
But faith is what activates the favor. Because
Mm.
if you don't walk, if you don't go there, it's one thing to like say, oh yeah, well, you did all this great stuff when you got there. You got on the job, even though you don't have all of the degrees and this and that. But that's not going to happen unless you actually have the faith enough to actually go for it.
Mm. Right. Right.
God opens up the pathway for you if you actually have the faith enough to say, you know what, I may not have everything, but if I'm called to this, I mean, the degrees won't matter.
Right.
I mean, what I'm doing requires a master's of divinity. It requires 4 units of clinical pastoral education. It requires board certification with chaplaincy and all that stuff. And I've been doing it for almost 3 years now.
Wow. I
Don't tell
applaud
me
you.
God, don't tell me God. And also, I'm gonna drop this on you too. Where I'm at now, they don't like black guys doing this stuff.
Mm.
I got turned down from 2 jobs literally because they said that I'll be more comfortable amongst African Americans.
Mm.
But yet I'm still here
You on assignment.
on assignment. I got up here. It was supposed to be a great opportunity, a great feeling to finally be up here at my first work and everything like that. And the moment before I even got up here, I got met with adversity.
Mm. Wow.
Everything that me in my early 20s would say, oh well, you need to just go ahead and give up all that. It ain't for you. God's probably calling you somewhere else. No, baby, if you got called to this, you're gonna have to
Gotta
bear a
stay
little
on.
bit of trouble.
Yep.
A little bit of trouble.
Yep.
But one thing about God's calling and God's favor, when he's assigned you somewhere, you will always have favor to execute the assignment.
That's right.
So yeah, I just wanted to drop that on you. You was dropping treasure mines and everything, but I'm about to get off here. But I appreciate you. You're lovely. Yeah, and just woman, I needed to. Hey, look, I'm glad you did this in the morning. All right,
Absolutely. I
I'm
got
glad
you.
you did this in the morning.
Absolutely. I got you. I appreciate you for coming up.
Oh, always, always. I'll talk to you later.
Okay. Yeah, no, but real quick, I do want to say this though. Y'all feel free to come up whenever. When I'm talking, y'all just let me know. But anyway, like I was saying, y'all want y'all to understand something real quick. Follow me before I get off this thing, right? Um, a lot of y'all don't understand that you don't have to be qualified on paper as long as you're qualified in the spirit. And what I mean by that is a lot of y'all have the fear because you don't have the paper. But God said, whatever I instill in you is going to be way more powerful than the paper, simply because it's going to be everything of me. Now, y'all have to learn this right here, right? These two words don't go together, but a lot of y'all put them together. And I want y'all to follow me when I say this. The word hypocrite and faith. A lot of y'all put those two words together because you always say you got the faith. You always say you got all this faith, but you never really believe in how much faith you actually got. Because every time you turn something over to him, you always go back and pick it up again. You always go back and worry about it again. You always go back and take it away from him again. Some of y'all are Indian givers to God. Because every time you turn over something to him, you always go back and pick it up again. I need for y'all to understand this season right here, this season that you're in right here, I need for you to stop being an Indian giver to God. If you turn it over to him, leave it with him. If you give him something, leave it with him. If you pray about something, leave it with him. Understand, you can't go back and pick it up all the time simply because the more you go back and touch it, the more you go back and touch it, the more you're keeping yourself in the cycle. And in order for you to break the cycle, you have to fully pray about it and turn it over to him and let him handle it. Let him deal with it. The more you try, the more you put yourself in this situation where you're stressing about it. You always worrying about it. You always having crying lonely nights about it. You can't sleep at night because you're worried. You can't sleep at night because you're worried about it. If you understand, if you stay on track and stay on task, God is going to put you in position so you can understand that once you turn this over to me, I am going to handle it, but I need for you to stop worrying about it, because just because I don't handle it in that moment does not mean I'm not going to handle it. I need for y'all to understand this, that just because he does not handle it in that season does not mean it's not going to get taken care of. Because some of y'all be leaving it at the altar, but every chance you get, you keep walking by the altar seeing if God picked it up yet. That's why you feel like, oh, well, that's a sign from God for me to go back and try to fix it. That's a sign from God. If he left it there for me, that's a sign for me to go back and try to, continue to rekindle this relationship with my mother, or rekindle this relationship with my father, or rekindle this relationship with this person that I know that's bad for me. See, God ain't picked it up yet. So when I walked by the altar the other day, it was still there. So that means that he said he not gonna pick it up. No, he never said that. He just said, give me time, and when I get to it, it's gonna be the perfect time. See, y'all think that just because it's there, because you walk by it, don't mean that you got to pick it up. Don't mean that you got to pick it up. You decided to pick it up because it was still sitting there and you thought that you was in a position to fix it. The same thing go with that relationship. You prayed about it and you turned it over to God. When you walked past it and it was still sitting there, guess what? You've been fixing on the same thing for 10 years. 12 years, you've been fixing on the same thing. It ain't fixed itself yet because you didn't leave it at the altar. It was just sitting there because God said, I'm gonna handle it in the perfect season, not not when you want me to handle it. You gotta understand that when it happens, and it's gonna happen at the right time. It's gonna happen on his time and not your time. Yeah, that part. That part. That part. That part. Yeah. A lot of y'all be praying about their relationship, but God ain't handling he ain't handling. So I guess it's my cue to go back and try to fix it. He ain't. I prayed this person out of my life and they still here. So I guess this is my cue to go fix it. God ain't say that. God ain't say that. You said that. You wanted to be in a position to fix it. See, a lot of us got to understand one thing. I'm going to say this before we get off. You weren't sent here to fix anything. God did not give you tools to fix anything. He only put you in this assignment of your life so he can put you on assignments. He placed you in an assignment so you can fulfill the assignments that he wants you to fulfill. He never said you got to come here and fix anything, because that's his job. He fixes things. You are just assigned to things. And anything that you cannot fix, that's when you get up and walk away from it. I wasn't put here to fix this man or fix this woman. I was just assigned to them. And once my assignment is up, I have to get up and walk away from them. Because you don't have the tools to fix it. Thank you, Elsie. You don't have the tools to fix it. That's like some of y'all, how can I put this? That's like some of y'all buying a new car, right? You go to the lot, you get it. It's a beautiful car. and within 30 days of you getting the car break down. Who you gonna take it back to? The people that you bought it from. I'm taking it back to them because I don't have the tools to fix it. So why am I putting myself in position to try to fix something that I did not break? See, a lot of y'all got to understand that usually when something is broken, it was broken before you got there. It was just super glued together so it didn't last long enough. Let me say that again. Usually when something is broken, it was broken before you got there and it was just super glued together and it didn't last that long. So it fell apart again. That's why a lot of y'all be feeling so guilty when people fall out with you, or when people, show you that they're really torn up, or they really act like that you did something wrong to them. Baby, you've been broken before I even got here. You was broken before me. So guess what? A lot of people like to guilt you into fixing them. Follow me when I say this. A lot of people like to guilt you into fixing them because they want you to be the one to fix something that you did not break, because they know what type of heart you got. See, when you have a pure heart, people want you to nurture them back to life. And in this season right here, we're not nurturing anything that don't nurture us. I'm not nurturing no plant back into life if it was dead when I got it. Why am I going to overwater this plant and nurture it back to life? And it wasn't even in a full, it wasn't fully what it needed to be when I got it. Come on now, make it make sense. See, one thing about it, people see your heart before you actually see your heart. And what I mean by that is when you have a pure open heart and you're a natural nurturer because you like to help people that you love, people see that within you. So guess what? Some folks take advantage of that simply because they want you to fix something that you didn't break. They want you to overwork yourself and stress yourself out because guess what? You don't have the manual to it, so you can never fix it. A lot of people got to understand that. I cannot help fix you if I don't have the manual to you. You are a question mark. So how can I help a question mark if every time I turn around, it's something new with you? A lot of y'all got to stop setting yourself up for disappointment because a lot of people see something in you that you don't see in yourself. So guess what? They're going to run you over every time. They're going to use you up every time. They're going to mishandle you every time. You want to know why? Because you don't even see it within yourself first. That's what happens in the isolation. When you learn about yourself. When you learn about yourself. That's what happens in the isolation. A lot of y'all don't understand that you got to isolate in order for you to understand. That's the time where you see the stuff that other people see that's within you. That's why you use that time. All right. All right. Listen. Y'all gotta stay on track. And guess who gonna help y'all? Me. Y'all gotta stay on track, and you ain't gonna have no choice but to stay on track. Because as y'all go through this thing called life, you gotta make sure that you're surrounded with people that don't mind telling you when you're off track. See, the problem is a lot of people gonna see you off track and they will much rather see you stay off track. But let me tell you something, when you surround yourself with kingdom people and people that don't mind, telling you when you're wrong, you will never be steered wrong simply because you got the right people around you. I am gonna be that person to let you know you're going the wrong way. See, your family and your friends, even your spouse sometimes might laugh at you when you make the wrong turn. But see, a person like me, I'm going to let you know when you're going down the wrong way. Because see, I don't got nothing to lose. When you surround yourself with people that don't have nothing to lose when it comes down to you, you will understand that you will stay on track so much easier and your life will flow simply because you have people that care about you and don't mind falling out with you when they tell you that you're wrong. See, one thing about it, people don't like to surround people when they know they doing wrong. They know they doing wrong. They want people around them that condone their wrongdoing. And let me say this about that. A lot of people don't understand that when you condone wrongdoing and you condone somebody and you see them going down the wrong path and you condone it, everything that's coming to them is also going to come to you. So you see your homeboy cheating on his wife, let me tell you something, you're going to get that same karma. You see your homegirl cheating on her husband or doing something that's of strife, you're going to get that same karma. I need for y'all to understand, you got to stop setting yourself up for other people's karma. Stop putting yourself in the way of other people's karma. You ain't gotta call or you ain't gotta entertain stuff every time somebody call you. Every time you see something, you gotta know when to get up and walk away. All right. Anyway, that's my cue. I gotta go. So, I love y'all. Happy Friday. It's been a great. I enjoyed this live today. Y'all listen. My meet and greet is coming up. I have a lot of stuff happening. My Facebook group is going to be up so you guys can connect with me on Facebook because I don't like TikTok. I really don't. So I love each and every one of y'all. This season we're starting a new chapter, y'all. We're starting a new chapter. And you know what the chapter is called? The realignment. It's called the realignment because a lot of us got to get realigned with this thing. Realignment, that's what it's called. This chapter of our life is called realignment. We got to get realigned. So guess what? What's my name on Facebook? My name on Facebook is all my social medias are the same. All of my social media handles are the same. I made it easy for y'all to find me. So it's all of them are the same. From Instagram to Facebook, all of that. Everything is the same. So you go find me on Facebook. It's the same thing as my name that's on TikTok. Everything is the same. So I will say this though. I did move my meet and greet date to February 24th to the 26th, I think. Yeah, I moved it to February, y'all. So y'all have enough time to get here. I want everybody that's gonna be, and I'm only having limited tickets, so I'm only doing 75 tickets. So the ticket sales are first come, first serve. So once we drop them, I am gonna let you guys know. It's gonna be in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm going to let you guys know. And so you guys, please make sure you buy your ticket if you want one. The prices aren't going to be too crazy. It's going to be very reasonable. So you guys make sure that when we drop them to go buy your ticket, go get your ticket for the weekend. It's going to be really good. Anyway, I feel like I'm missing something. You glad you came on this morning? Well, good morning. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate it. I'm going on tour soon. I'll be in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm probably gonna hit a couple cities in Florida, a couple cities in Texas, because Texas is pretty big. I have a lot of supporters that live in Florida, so I'm gonna be hitting a couple cities per state, depending on how big it is and depending on how many people I gotta hit. Are you gonna be in Chicago? Yeah, I'm gonna come to Chicago too. I listen. My plan is to hit all 50 states. I want to hit all 50 states. So that means that when I hit all states, I'm probably going to be able to see everybody. I'm going to be honest though, y'all. Being a one-woman show, being a one-woman show is a lot. And y'all got to understand, like, a lot of this stuff I do on my own. Like, I just got my event committee together, so I got that. But I'm probably going to need a representative in each state, simply because I don't really travel like that in the States, so I don't know a lot about the areas and stuff that I'm going in. So I'm probably gonna be looking for ambassadors in each state, at least one ambassador in each state, so that way they can put me up on game and what areas to go to, what areas not to go to, all that stuff, all that type of stuff. So if you're interested in that, I am going to do a ambassador program, so you guys can be a part of, some planning and some tours and all that stuff. So make sure you guys inbox me. That'll be pretty. I'm going to try to get that out pretty fast. Okay. If you're interested in the ambassador program. But I already have my event committee, but I am looking for ambassadors. So, you got a trucker driver on your team. I need that too. See, hey, security detail. Yes, I'm probably gonna need security too. At least I am probably gonna need security too, just because I'm just I got anxiety real bad. My anxiety is real bad. Hit me up, hair beauty boss. Hit me up, inbox me. Anybody that got a business, let me tell y'all something. Anybody that got a business, I don't mind like being an ambassador for your business. If you got products, I don't mind promoting your products for the free. If you support me, I'm going to support you. So guess what? Anytime you want to send me something, please feel free to do so. My address, my PO box is going to be up pretty soon. By next week, I'm finalizing some stuff on that, so you guys can send me stuff. And I will be promoting it on my lives. I think I'm gonna be doing lives, just do lives. My daughter sells t-shirts, so yeah, I'm all about that. I'm all about that. I'm all about helping people. See, one thing about it is you got to help people to get to where you're going, because you never know when they might be a resource for you. You know, um that's just, that's one thing about it. Like, you got a business, you need to surround yourself with people that support your business. Stop surrounding people with your family, like your family, and you expecting for them to support you. Baby, they ain't gonna support you. Sometimes you got to surround yourself with strangers first. Strangers. Strangers will get you to where you going, believe it or not. It be the strangers for me, because y'all got to think about it. What strangers go hate on? But they don't know you. They don't know who you are. You feel what I'm saying? Listen. Strangers don't know who you are. So the strangers are either gonna help you or they gonna walk past you. But when your family know who you are and they walk past you and they decide not to, you know what I'm saying? They decide not to help you. That's what hurts you the most. Cause you like, dang, y'all been knowing me my whole life and y'all can't support me. Yeah. Strangers gonna support you before family will, I guarantee you. So that's really why I'm putting this Facebook group together. So y'all listen. I'm gonna put my Facebook group in my bio on my link tree. You guys make sure you go and join the Facebook group, because that's what my Facebook group is going to be about. It's going to be about promoting businesses. It's going to be about promoting all things good. If you can't post it on your Facebook wall because your family be hating on you, this is going to be a group where we're gonna shout with you and we're gonna celebrate with you. We're going to, you know what I'm saying, everything about my tours, everything about my events is going to be on Facebook. So let me tell you something. When I make this Facebook group, I want each and every one of you guys to make sure that you join, because it's going to be very good. It's going to be very inspirational. It's going to be very resourceful. I'm going to have a lot of people in there that's going to have resources that you need. All you got to do is ask the question. You never know who you might meet. You never know who you might run into. So that's going to be on my link tree as well. Another thing, I want to say this, you guys, make sure you go and RSVP for the Testimonial Tuesday next week. I got some more contestants for that. So that's going to be good. That link is in my bio. So make sure that you go RSVP so you can get the notification on when it comes on or whatever. Right. So anyway, like I said, if you are interested in being an ambassador, inbox me. Make sure you inbox me about that, because I do want at least one representative in each 50 states. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. So listen, Communicate with me and I communicate with you. That's all I'm gonna say. All right. So you guys have a great Friday. Enjoy your weekend. I don't know if I'm gonna come on tomorrow, but just make sure you turn on your notifications. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. What is it? What's your name? The real. What is it? The real. I can't read that. Yeah. Aboriginal. The Aboriginal one. All right. I like how rude it is. Honest. Absolutely. Oh, the Aboriginal one. Oh, okay. Listen, y'all inbox me. Let me know. Like I said, if you're interested, make sure you go RSVP for Tuesday. When I drop my tickets, y'all, I'm telling y'all right now, I'm only dropping 75 tickets. That's it. I ain't dropping no more. I ain't adding no more. So once this event sell out for February and this meet and greet sell out, whew, I ain't putting up no more. I'm sticking to that. Cause I just said now I ain't go. So the tickets are first come, first serve. So y'all make sure that y'all better get y'all tickets. If you coming, you better come. All right. So all of that detail is gonna be discussed with y'all on Tuesday. So y'all have a great day. I love y'all. See y'all later. I'll holler at y'all when I get on next time. Make sure your notifications are on. And y'all be safe out here. Okay. All right. Bye.